too hot. Let's try that. I bet that's a little bit better. Now preheat and do the other side. If the flywheel effect has anything to do with it, it's already heavy enough. It's going to be a good chunker, I think. Just going to test fit it here. I want to see what all I will need to cut off of the axle. Leaf spring perch, caliper brackets. I was expecting those. Using the mobile thinking chair today. I'm planning on, I'll be standing at the back side of the axle. Motor's going to be over on that side. That way I don't have the pinion and spinning parts next to me. And I figured, I was talking to Mike, and he recommended to go over the top of the axle tube, which I wanted to do anyways, because then I'm placing more of the chunking action as close to that wheel bearing as possible. Now I know this Dana 60 came out of a Ford van. It's technically a 1-ton, but the 1-ton, 3/4 ton, they're all Dana 60s. And I don't think, chunking wise, I will ever end up feeding this thing anything that would put near a load on it like it was in the van, because the van that it came out of was a 7.3 Power Stroke. The motor's fairly built, and the driver, well, he spins some tires and he tows with it. So this axle already had 135,000 miles of hard life. I don't think the chunking is going to be as hard on it as the van was. But it looks like, definitely get rid of that. It'll be in the way, because I don't want the chunks to fall in and get hung up on anything. So leaf spring perch, caliper bracket, which looks like I can just remove it, cut the ears off both sides, along with down here, I don't know if you guys can see that, the e-brake cable holder. Snipe that off. I don't have any lug nuts on it right now. It's just sitting on there just so I can get an idea. Yeah, because my chunks will be coming out right about here. Of course, they're going to get squished back when they get fractured. Yeah, I'll cut all that out. Yep, I think that's going to work. I think it's good enough. I can burn it the rest of the way in. And get that done, you have to come back and start figuring out how I'm going to build all the anvil and where the wood will actually sit at. Well, sometimes you just get ahead of yourself. I was cutting off those caliper bracket ears and the little backing plate dealie. Got all those cut off. If you don't have a portaband, get you one. You need to cut through thick metal quick, best way to do it. But in this instance, I didn't need to do that, because after I got that bracket all cut, trimmed, ready to go, I realized something. So this bracket here is actually inside of this sheet metal one. This bracket's only purpose was for holding the caliper. Well, I don't need the caliper, so that could go away. But this sheet metal piece, its only purpose was to hold the backing plate for the emergency brake. And I was thinking typical truck axle, 1/2 ton, not 1 ton. This has no purpose. No purpose at all. It doesn't retain anything now. So, scrap pot. Shake hands with danger. And that's how you delete factory Ford welds. Weight reduction makes everything better.